Everything you thought you knew about human history might be wrong. A discovery buried for thousands of years just flipped the script. And it's not just about the past, it's about how you live your life today. Let me show you why this prehistoric find changes everything. Let's rewind. For decades, the story went something like this. Humans were hunters and gatherers until, bam, around 10,000 years ago, farming was invented in one specific place, the Fertile Crescent. That's the neat, simple version you probably learned in school. It makes for a tidy timeline, a clear turning point. But history is rarely neat. It's messy, complex, and full of surprises. And the latest discoveries are proving that the neat, simple story is just that, a story. The truth is far more exciting. Archaeologists recently uncovered a 9,200-year-old cave site that completely challenges the timeline of farming. Inside, they found traces of early cultivation, carefully selected plants, specialized tools, and evidence of deliberate food storage. This wasn't just random foraging or stumbling upon a patch of wild wheat. This was intentional. It was planned. It was agriculture in its infancy. What does this mean? It means humans were experimenting with farming in multiple places at multiple times, long before we thought. Farming wasn't a single miraculous invention that popped up in one location and spread. It was a mindset. It was an idea that sparked independently in different communities across the globe, born out of necessity and ingenuity. And that's not all. In Europe, another team unearthed a 30,000-year-old hunter's toolkit. What's so special about that? This wasn't a communal stash of tools. It was personal gear, a carefully curated set carried by a single individual. Think about that for a second. This wasn't just about day-to-day survival. It was about strategy, efficiency, and personal responsibility. These people weren't the grunting, brutish cavemen we see in cartoons. They were engineers of survival, innovators who were mapping out complex systems to thrive in some of the most brutal conditions imaginable. They were creating portable, multifunctional tools, the prehistoric equivalent of a Swiss Army knife. They understood their environment and designed solutions. So here's the real takeaway from all of this. Prehistoric humans didn't sit around waiting for perfect conditions or for a lightning bolt of inspiration to strike. They built systems with what they had. Whether it was a piece of flint or a handful of seeds, they mapped their survival. They observed, they tested, they failed, they adapted, and they tried again. That exact same mindset is what you need today. Whether you're starting a business from scratch, trying to build a stronger community, or just attempting to make a meaningful change in your own life. Your ancestors weren't passive recipients of fate. They were proactive creators of their own destiny. And that drive, that innovative spirit, is literally in your DNA. This brings us to the big question. If prehistoric humans could innovate with nothing more than stone and fire, what's stopping you with all the tools, resources, and knowledge you have at your fingertips today? The real danger isn't a lack of resources, it's hesitation. It's the fear of taking that first step. Think about it. One decision to cultivate a patch of land changed the course of a community forever. One innovation in toolmaking gave an entire generation an edge. Your life works the same way. One decision can change your direction. If this discovery blew your mind, don't just scroll away. Drop a comment below. What survival skill would you want to master if you were thrown back into the Stone Age? Fire making, hunting, shelter building? Let's build a community of modern survivalists right here in the comments. And if you're serious about mapping out your own future and using the lessons of the past to your advantage, hit that subscribe button. Because this channel isn't just about history. It's about using history as a map for your next move. Prehistoric humans weren't waiting for permission. They acted, they adapted, they thrived, and so can you. The map is already in your hands. The only question is, will you take the first step? Thanks for watching.